Hello, and welcome to the 2024 Stationery Favorites video where I've dragged Mom along because she doesn't know what's made this list, and I think it'll be fun.
I'm curious to see.
Yeah.
Because my stationery loves are two. I have two.
I might have raided some stuff from your collection upstairs.
Oh,
we'll
okay.
see if I've grabbed the right things.
All right. Let's see.
Number one, my slip and zip.
This doesn't surprise me
I shouldn't.
at all.
I love this thing. It fits in my purse.
It has no pens in it.
It has no pens in it because
You're just talking
I'm just
about
talking
items.
about it as a product.
Right.
And as a product, I adore it.
Yes.
It is the perfect size for a purse. It comes in a variety of colors.
Slim profile.
Slim profile.
Keeps 4 pens safe and sound.
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah. No, it's a terrific Galen leather product.
I love it.
All right. Number one.
Number one. You weren't surprised about. Number
No.
two, I don't think you're going to be surprised about either.
I am surprised how much you love it based on your initial reaction when it was offered up as a choice.
Yeah?
So I'm pleasantly surprised that you like it as much as you do. Brass?
Brass. It
Yeah.
stays where you put it. The blank. Backside's blank. It does have a whole bunch of screws. Like, it's so scratched. You can tell how much I throw this in my bag.
Yeah.
And it lives in the slip and zip.
Terrific.
Yeah. Number three, I don't think you're going to be surprised by.
A sandpaper eraser.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works brilliantly.
Yeah. Not that I've made one of these videos before, but would be on my video for a number of years. I think this is my second or third sandpaper eraser from Tombow. They used to be really hard to find, and now you can get them everywhere. But I've used them for watercolor. I've used them for fountain pen. They do work better on a heavier paper.
Yeah.
They need...
Well, they need something to work with.
But they're a great product.
All right.
I think I've got like 3 floating around the studio.
What's number 4?
What's number 4, you ask? The Esterbrook blotting paper, which was another thing that at first I went, why do I need this? And clearly,
you need it.
I need it.
Yeah. Blotting paper is such an old school product.
I know. But it was something that I totally didn't understand.
Well, and you wouldn't.
No.
There's no context for generations of people. But until you start using fountain pens,
Yeah.
where suddenly if you have an ink that's not absorbing into the paper and you need to turn the page, blotting paper becomes an essential product.
Oh yeah, no, and I use it all the time. Number 5, not going to surprise you.
Coloring dippers.
My favorite swatches. I have many of them. Currently on a tiny carabiner because I've lost my O-ring or binder ring. Sorted by color family. Because how else would you sort them?
No, they're wonderful.
They are. I think currently I've got 5 with inks on them.
Which one is that one?
Sailor Haha.
Okay.
That's what's in your Navaler.
I know. You see an ink swatch and go, oh, I like that. Yeah,
Yeah, it's in your pen. All right. The glass pens.
Mm-hmm.
In number 6, because I do love them. And I've had this one for a long time. And I got this one because it had a cap.
Right, to protect the nib.
Protect the nib. Because I was afraid of dropping an actual glass pen and shattering it. And I have dropped this one. And what I like about this one is that I can replace the nib. Like it just...
Oh, rather than the pens that are an entire blown...
It just screws out.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Where did you find that one?
Amazon.
Amazing.
It's a Moonman dip pen. And so I think I've got 2 spare nibs. which is great because I think I've only had to replace the nib in it once. But it means when I go to a pen show, I just throw a spare nib in my bag.
Right.
I
haven't used either of these.
Have you not?
Nope.
No. And then this is the River City Pen Company holder that I got secondhand, and the Kakamori that I got secondhand.
Yeah. They're beautiful.
And it is stunning. What I think if the holder only fit Kakamori nibs, I wouldn't like it as much. But the fact that it fits number 6 nibs and calligraphy nibs.
Yeah, because it's got the silicone. I don't even know if I can get this out. There
you can. I can't get it out without a rubber glove. Yeah, it's got the vinyl insert.
So you put the Ferris Wheel Press sent you a nib.
Yeah.
And it fits.
I put a size 6 in it. And I've tried a couple different size 6 nibs in it. And because it fits size 6 nibs in it,
it's very flexible.
It's so flexible as a nib holder.
Yep.
Like, it is... I really like it. If it only fit Kakamori nibs, I don't know that I'd like it as much. All right.
Now I've completely lost track what number we're
on. Number 7.
Woohoo.
Which is a good waterproof ink. And...
oh, this one's mine.
There's yours. A cheap pen
to
put waterproof ink in.
Yes.
I will say I have waterproof ink also in a not cheap pen, or not as cheap pen. I've got it in
the
a Faber-Castell Neo Slim, but this pen seals really well.
Right.
And it happened to have the nib size I wanted on it. And I figured I could always learn how to clean waterproof ink out of a pen if I ever wanted to ink it with something else.
Fair enough.
All right. We also have a bonus thing because I couldn't clear it off the list, but it doesn't really fit on the list.
Okay.
Which also I don't think will surprise you because you know how much I love them. The Pitt pens. They're a pain. They have to be stored sideways.
But you like them.
But I love them.
There you go.
I love getting to paint with them or draw with them. I love using them to sketch. I have both the large size and the regular size. They come in everything from fine liners to like calligraphy nibs. Most of mine are brushes. They're all India ink. They're so much fun. But they do have to be stored sideways.
Well, if the most awkward thing about them is that they need to be stored sideways, that is, first of all, that explains to me why every time I come down here to your studio, they're sitting on their side, and I always want to sit them back up again. Now that I know that, I'll just leave them alone.
All right, number 8, after that lovely bonus item.
See, when you said stationery, I was expecting just we were going to be talking about paper. But that's okay. Keep going.
I tried to make it a well-rounded video.
All right.
Of, like, all the stationery things I liked.
If you can get it at a stationery store, it belongs in this video.
I can get it at a stationery store, it belongs in this video. Waterproof ink and some sort of swatching stamp.
Well, this guy's adorable.
I know. That guy's adorable. Oh.
Turn around this way. Now he's not upside down.
But also, like, just like something basic from Michael's, which is
clipboard.
Because honestly, sometimes it's a pain to create a template for swatching inks. Like, sometimes you just want something to swatch into, and it's nice to have a solid waterproof ink and a stamp and just be able to do it all.
Well, and I've seen enough Instagram of people swatching their inks, and there are so many different designs.
But waterproof ink is important. Make sure the ink you get is waterproof.
Of course. Yeah.
Like,
otherwise when you swatch your ink, it will bleed.
Yeah.
Make a mess. And number 10. Is it number 10?
9.
It's number 9.
A notebook system that works for you.
Clearly, yours is Travelers.
Clearly mine's Travelers. Clearly I am a Travelers girly.
Yes.
You are not.
Nope.
You use...
I have my own system.
Yeah, you've got your own system.
Yeah.
You do your own thing. I do themed inserts for everything. There's the watercolor video planning one. Here are swatching inserts. Here's the one that lives in my purse that's got the calendar and like my brain dump notebook. Here's our garden planning one and baking, which I haven't done the cover for yet because
it's blank.
I know it's blank and it seems wrong, but I wanted to finish the garden one first. Number 10.
So much more than just a stationery video.
So much more than just a stationery video. You're finding out how my brain works.
It is a constantly evolving.
It's a constantly evolving thing. A pen that brings you joy to use.
Yes.
You like those. Graham is a fan of those Pilot pens. And I'm a fan of these. They're all pens at very different price points. I love that Grandma is a fan of 2 different Pilot pens.
Pink Pilots.
Pink Pilots. One I'm learning looking at it now is a Pilot V5 Extra Fine. And the other's just a Pilot V-Ball. She loves these. She loves doing puzzles in them. Like, they bring her joy when she gets to use them rather than a Bic. Like, but also the pen you reach for doesn't have to be expensive. It just has to be something that makes you happy to use it.
Yes. So my Kavecos make me happy. I have to say my stub.
Yes.
This is my go-to.
You use it for everything.
I use it for everything. When I was doing menu planning for Christmas and pulling together my schedule for everything for Christmas dinner, everything happened with this pen. Absolutely love it.
Mm-hmm. And I have a huge selection of pens. The 3 I've pulled just happened to be blue, which was not planned. I just wanted to pull 3 different brands at 3 different price points.
Yep. So Kaweco,
Navler, Esterbrook.
Yep.
All fantastic pens. All bring me a great deal of joy to use. And like, honestly, this is...
What are your nibs in these 3?
Medium, medium, broad.
Okay.
Which is honestly pretty much my standard these days, I'm finding. Like, I'm...
Medium or broad?
Medium or broad. I do have some of the more special stuff, but I'm leaning more towards the medium and broad. Mini stub is probably my favorite specialty grind currently.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got Matthew Chen's version of it on a Pelican, and then I've got, I found out from Esterbrook that Kirk Spear did their mini stub nib.
Okay.
And so potentially at Chicago this year, I might get Kirk to put a mini stub on something. Maybe a Banu.
Ooh.
We'll see. But really, like, it doesn't have to be a fountain pen. If you don't like
just find something you
like to write with. Honestly, don't write with something that makes you miserable. Life's too short for that.
Amen.